Hello everyone, my name is Mehta. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will be talking about why manifestation is feeling fatigued rather than expansive. Why does it feel like no matter what you do, nothing's happening and nothing's moving? Also, before I get into this video, I have tried and tested multiple law of attraction programs that are out there, from high ticket to low ticket, and I have put together a blog that lists all of my reviews and whether I recommend it or not to you. So if you're someone who struggles with just the concept of manifestation and the way you have tried to manifest in the past, or the way it was taught to you in the past has not worked for you, then these courses will help you out immensely. Be sure to check that out. I'll leave that blog in the description box down below. So with that, let's get started. Let's talk about the main reason why you are likely struggling with this. My guess is that you started learning about law of attraction. You decided to go all in, like, yes, I'm going to manifest. Yes, I'm going to do this. And then you had a couple of days where you decided to stay all high vibe, you were in alignment, you were doing the things, you got to inspired action. And then you took your action and you're likely not seeing the results that you were hoping that you would. So now what you're trying to do is you're likely trying to manufacture all these actions, think of all these ideas, and then putting them into action. You're still doing the rituals, you're still doing the things you can, you're trying to be high vibe, and yet nothing's happening. So if that is you, then this video is going to help you out a lot. Here's what's going on with you. What you are doing right now is you are operating from the place of doing rather than being. And this is the very important part that a lot of people forget when you get over those first few days of manifestation. Because when you start getting into that process, right? You're in that vibe, you're in that energy, like, yes. And then when you start doing those rituals and you start doing the actions, at some point it becomes like a checklist. Like, oh, I got to do all my high vibe rituals. But then you check into your 3D reality and you notice that a thing has not manifested yet. And you're like, okay, what do I do now? What do I do now? What action should I take now? And then you start manufacturing these inspired actions. And that's where the problem is. It's because you are manufacturing things rather than letting it come through you. And I will go as far as saying that there is a difference in the quality of what someone would consider an inspired action versus what a true inspired action is. A true inspired action almost feels like channeling. It's like this energy is flowing through you that's making you do something. You're like in this flow state where things are happening through you. You're just the medium for it rather than you thinking rationally and logically about something that's going to happen. Now, I don't mean like, for example, you could get an insight that, oh, maybe I need to be putting like a sticky footer on my side. Like, I'm not saying, of course, that's something that you would have to figure that out, right? Like that is not an automated action. What I really mean by this is that it is so obvious. It just like occurs to you, it's just flowing through you that, oh, this needs to be on my side. And then you're going to go and figure that out. Like that action is going to flow through you rather than you having to rationalize it. Oh yeah, my conversions would go up if I had a call to action on a website. I hope that you understand the nuance there. It is like it literally like pops into your awareness that, oh yeah, I'm supposed to do it without you even thinking about what could help my website. It's just happening because you are in that state. Right now, it is feeling draining for you because you are taking your action first, you're thinking about your action first, and you're letting alignment come second. And when I talk about alignment, alignment is not you being positive and you being high vibe. That could be a part of it. That could be a consequence of it, but that is not what alignment is. Alignment is where you set an intention, right? Whatever your intention is. Maybe your intention is that, I don't know, like I want to find my significant other. Or maybe your intention is that I want to make so and so money this month. That could be your intention. But then the practice of alignment is you making sure that every piece, every part, every energy, everything in your body is in congruence with this intention. It is in alignment with this intention. So that means that not only subconsciously, I'm thinking that, yes, of course, this is going to happen. From an emotional standpoint, I know that this is going to happen. From every side of me, I know that this is going to happen because there's no other way. You are literally living in this delusion that of course it's going to happen. This is not like you willing yourself, you forcing yourself that it's going to happen. It's almost like all the little doubts that you had, right? You are essentially neutralizing them. They're so neutral, they're so gone that they're not even your periphery. And usually that kind of shift happens not alone by rewiring. It happens when you start your process with deleting all of that. Like that is removing any negative energy around that intention and removing any negative emotions. You're going to get to a point where emotionally it's going to not feel like, oh, this cannot happen. Because there's certain emotional regulation practices that you can do that allow you to get to that point. There's certain energy healing practices that you can do to allow you to get to that point where it's like it's done. There's no emotions around it. Like it's that doubt, like when you really uproot all of that, that doubt and all of that in the background, it's literally gone. It's obliterated. And when you get to that zero state, that is when, from that place on, the action that comes through you, you're not going to second guess it because it's action that popped up when you were not even attached to this thing. You're not even thinking about it because it's like so much in the background because it has already happened for you. And then this action just pops up and you're like, oh, cool, let me go do that. Your doubts, your fear of failures, everything is erased. And that is your point of alignment. It is not you doing your vision board and you feeling high vibe and then you taking that action from that space. For the longest time, I thought that was it, but no, that's not it. You could be, you could be in a negative place. You could not be having a good day, but at no point is it going to cross your mind that that intention you're not in alignment with. And that's your inspired action, and that's the place from where you work. So that's why it doesn't feel fatiguing because you're not forcing yourself to think about that intention a certain way, behave in a certain way, cheat in order to make yourself feel a certain way. You're not doing that. It is so natural that action is just flowing through you and you're letting it flow, you're letting it go, and the action comes and then you work through it. You know what I mean? It's automatic. That's probably the key word. That action is very automatic. It's flowing through you, you're in a flow state. One of the other things that you should know with your manifestation practices, like think of yourself like you are a computer, you are a processor. The more you keep those repetitions on and on and on and on, you keep believing that something is going to happen. And you don't even have to believe it at the start. You can just like keep reaffirming the same thing over and over and over and over again. Your brain is so powerful, it's going to find the right pathways for you. There's nothing you need to do. You just need to keep doing the alignment over and over and over again. You just have to keep reaffirming your intention over and over again to the point where your entire body's in alignment with it and the action is going to be shown to you. This is our reticular activating system, the RAS. Because you embed it so deeply within your subconscious, the actions just get shown to you. You don't even have to believe in spirituality for this to be real. Your brain will just do it for you just by virtue of repetition. What I have noticed is that, and I have been guilty of this in the past, is that I kept consuming material after material after material rather than being the person who has a thing. And again, see, when I say being, it almost sounds like I'm telling you you need to do these things in order to be. Like, I really want you to detach yourself from the construct of doing anything. You're just being. Like, it's just when you're in alignment, the being becomes so automatic. Like, just because I say I'm being an eight-figure person and I'm going to now start doing everything an eight-figure person does, doesn't mean you start setting your alarm clock at 4 o'clock because that is what an eight-figure, again, like you're again thinking about it from the mindset of, oh, what can I do in order to become that eight-figure person? No, you're not doing anything over here. You're just being. You're operating from the place of being. And because you're just being, that being is going to start mentally and emotionally. You're just being in your head. You're not doing any actions at this point. Your first few days, your first few weeks, you're just being, 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 being. I'm an eight-figure person. I'm an eight-figure person. Keep repeating myself. Keep repeating, keep affirming to yourself. And then automatically your entire body, your entire brain, it's going to operate that way. It's going to think that way. And that's going to mean different things for different people. It could mean waking up at 5 o'clock for someone. It could mean going to a networking event for the other one. It could mean something else for different people. And one of the mistakes that I made in the past is that I kept consuming material after material after material. Whereas I had all that knowledge in my head, But it was just a matter of me just affirming that to myself over and over again. And when the doubt came in, erasing the doubt and then going back to affirming. Just keep affirming that to myself over and over and over again. Erasing, affirming, erasing, affirming. That is what your alignment should look like. And you keep doing that over and over and over again until that action shows, and then you take action on that action. And that action is going to be, like I said, very flowy. It's like it literally, it's like, of course, this is what I have to do. It's like pops in your awareness. One of the things that I always hear is that, but I kept being positive. I kept aligning myself. I knew in my bones that this thing was supposed to happen, but it hasn't happened and it did not happen. So therefore, I feel that this doesn't work. And here's the difference. Anytime that happens, your job is to erase the doubt, restore the congruence. Erase the doubt, restore the congruence. Well, but it's still not happening. Well, if it's still not happening, then what is it that you need to learn over here? What is it that you need to do differently over here? This is also about mastery to an extent. What we like to do is oh, I did this, it did not work. I kept reaffirming over and over again, it did not work, and therefore this is not the right thing for me. We keep dabbling, but instead of dabbling, what if you try to master the thing? What if instead of jumping ship, you just try to understand where is it that I need to refine my approach? Because your approach is correct. You don't need to second guess that approach. That was the inspired action. You don't need to second guess that. What you need to do is refine it. So think about it like, say, if you were like a pro athlete or something, right? You're not going to go, yeah, you can manifest, you can do the rituals, you're in congruence with it, and but you're still not doing well in the game. You're going to keep practicing and practicing and practicing until you become a master at it. So your mastery of skill has to be part of it as well, depending on what it is that you're trying to manifest. Rather than dabbling, rather than doing 10 different techniques, focus on, okay, what's not working? Because I know my decision is correct. I'm in congruence, my decision is correct, my action is correct. Where do I need to make those tweaks in order to become better and better and better? Rather than going to 10 different things and trying 10 different strategies. And you will notice that if you stick to this one thing that you got into your inspired action and you keep going on that path and refining it and getting better every single day, there's nothing that you will not be able to manifest. You just have to keep going at it and you have to keep sticking to it and keep getting better and better, learning from people who have done it before you. And you will see those results come through because you were not dabbling, right? Every time you dabble, you're going to start from square one, and that cycle is going to repeat itself over and over again. And that's what you want to avoid. With that, I hope this video has helped. I'll talk to you all soon.